Okay, today I'm going to show you 3 examples on sketching graphs of the form y equals to x minus h squared plus k. Basically, this is the completed square form. Okay, there are 2 information as I showed you in the last video for the completed square form is that you need the turning point and you need the y-intercept. So first, I teach you to find the turning point. Okay, the turning point, it works like this. First, right, you look at this part here in the completed square form. You just take the square part, you just say x plus 5. You let it be equals to 0. Your x, right, for the turning point will be equals to negative 5. Okay? And then the y value, you just copy down. The y value will be equals to negative 3. So my turning point is equals to negative 5, comma, negative 3. The next piece of information that we need to know is the y-intercept. Okay, for the y-intercept, okay, we have to, for y-intercept, we let the x value be equals to 0. Okay, for the y-intercept. So, what happens here is this, y equals to 0 plus 5 square minus 3. My y-intercept is equals to, my y value is 22, so the y-intercept itself is 0, 22. Okay, how do we sketch all of this? First and foremost, notice right that the coefficient of x square here, coefficient of x square will be positive. So if the coefficient of x square is positive, what we'll produce is a smiley graph like this. Okay? So now, first and foremost, what we do here, I will draw my axis. So label y, and you label x. Okay, my turning point, negative 5, negative 3. If you predict right where negative 5, negative 3 is, it should be somewhere here. This negative 5, negative 3 doesn't have to be super accurate, but you just say that this is negative 5, negative 3. Then my y-intercept is 0, 22, so we expect it to be somewhere here. So now when I sketch this graph, simply I do this. Like this, okay? And here will be 22. So I've labeled the turning point and the y-intercept. And we are done with one question. I shall now repeat it with another question. Okay, and my next question will be this. Y is equals to x minus 2 square plus 3. Same thing, I try and find my turning point first. So to find my turning point, same idea again. I take x minus 2 is equals to 0. My x value is equals to 2. My y value, just copy down, is equals to 3. So my turning point is equals to 2, 3. Then next thing, I must find my y-intercept. Okay, my y-intercept, okay, I let my x value be 0. My y value is 0 minus 2 square plus 3, 4 plus 3, my y value is 7. So my y-intercept is equals to 0, 7. Now very quickly, let's start to sketch. I draw my y-axis and my x-axis. Okay, my turning point is 2, 3. I suspect that 2, 3 should be somewhere here. Doesn't have to be super accurate, as I said before in the last example. Just have a rough gauge at where the value should be. Then I start to sketch. And I label my y-intercept here as 7. And that is my graph of y equals to x minus 2 square plus 3. So you notice, right, always turning point, y-intercept, turning point, y-intercept. Alright, I do one more question for you, and that will be it for the sketching of completed square form. And my third example for today will be this. Okay, I'll have to sketch y equals to negative x plus 3 square plus 4. Okay, first and foremost, again, just ignore the negative sign first. Later on I'll tell you what to do with it. So again, my turning point, I first take the x plus 3 square. Okay, x plus 3 is equal to 0. Just ignore the sign, it's alright. X equals to negative 3. My y value is equals to 4. Just copy down. Then my y-intercept, okay, will be, you let your x value be equals to 0. So y value is 0 plus 3 square plus 4. Okay, now in this case, y, be very careful. 0 plus 3 square will give me negative 9 plus 4. And my y value will be equals to negative 5. So my y-intercept is 0, negative 5. Okay, before we sketch this graph, please take note here that if you notice there's a negative sign here. If we were to expand negative x plus 3 square, I get negative x square plus 6x plus 9, which gives me negative x square minus 6x minus 9. Notice that the coefficient or the number, okay, before x square is negative. Because the coefficient of x squared is negative, what happens is that my graph will be a sad face like this. Okay, it will be a frown. So when coefficient of x squared is positive, like the first two, okay, the graph will be a smiley face. In this case, it will be a frowny face. So what we do here, first thing we do here is this y and the x-axis, label everything. First, my turning point, what we found was negative 3 and 4. X is negative 3, y is 4. My turning point should be somewhere here. Okay, now my y-intercept, negative 5, should be somewhere. My negative 5 should be somewhere here. So what I do is, I sketch first. Sketch like that. And I sketch like that. So, negative 5 is here. And my turning point here will be negative 3 and 4. And just label the graph as y equals to negative x plus 3 square plus 4. And we are done with the examples for sketching of the completed square form.